Hi everyone, I'm Garcia, an intern here at the Coral Program in the Environmental Science Department at Broward College. Today I'm here to talk about protein skimmers, these amazing tools that help keep our corals happy and healthy. A protein skimmer is essentially a water filtration system specifically designed for saltwater aquariums. It helps remove waste products such as fish poop, decaying food, and other organic matter that can harm the coral or change the chemistry in the water. Here's a protein skimmer up close. You see how it has the pump inside? Now these pumps can either be AC or DC powered. The AC or the alternating current pumps are the most common type. They're generally less expensive and easier to find. However, they may not be as adjustable or energy efficient as the DC pump. The pump that we currently are running in our 150-gallon tank is the AC pump from Deltec. The DC or direct current pumps are the more recent innovation. They tend to be quieter, more energy efficient, and offer a more precise control over the water flow and the air bubbles. This adjustability can be helpful for fine-tuning the protein skimmer to fit specific needs of a particular aquarium. The DC pump is controlled by a controller that can adjust the flow of the pump and has a feed mode that temporarily shuts off the protein skimmer for 10 minutes, which allows us to make sure that the corals are getting the maximum amount of food. No matter the pump type, all protein skimmers work in a similar way. The pump creates tiny air bubbles that rise through the water column, and as the bubbles travel, they attract and trap waste products floating in the water. The waste-laden bubbles then collect in the cup on the top of the skimmer, which can easily be removed and cleaned. So protein skimmers act like tiny vacuum cleaners, constantly removing waste before it has a chance to break down and harm the delicate coral. By keeping the water clean, protein skimmers play a vital role in maintaining a healthy environment for our corals to thrive. Protein skimmers are just one of the many tools we use at the Coral Program to create the perfect environment for our corals to thrive. By providing clean water, stable light, and the right nutrients, we can restore coral reefs and ensure the survival of these amazing underwater ecosystems. The skimmer from Simplicity is a great example of a DC-powered skimmer designed for aquariums up to 240 gallons. As we mentioned, the core of the skimmer is a DC pump. It uses a needle wheel impeller, which is basically a special fan that shreds air and water into tiny bubbles. These microbubbles have a much larger surface area, allowing them to capture even more waste products. The Simplicity 240 DC also features a hybrid cone design. This special cone-shaped design helps create a longer contact time between the bubbles in the water. The longer the bubbles stay in the water, the more the waste can trap. Another great feature is the adjustable air intake valve. This allows for us to fine-tune the air-to-water ratio for optimal performance. Too much air and the bubbles might rise too quickly, not capturing enough waste, and too little air, the bubbles might not be effective at all. Finally, the Simplicity 240 DC comes with a convenient collection cup with a built-in drain. This makes cleaning the skimmer a breeze simply by removing the cup, emptying the waste, and rinsing it out. With the DC pump, the needle wheeler impeller, the hybrid cone design, and the adjustable features, the Simplicity 240 DC is a powerful tool for keeping our coral tanks clean and healthy. It's a great example of how protein skimmers can be customized to fit specific needs of an aquarium. Of course, protein skimmers are just one part of the equation, but they need to be fine-tuned. In the next part of the video, we'll explore some of the malfunctions that could appear and how to solve them. Protein skimmers are fantastic tools, but even the best equipment can experience occasional hiccups. Let's talk about some of the common problems and how to fix them. Problem number 1, not enough air bubbles. This can be caused by a clogged air intake. Check the air hose for kinks or blockages and clean it if necessary. Also, the Venturi valve might be clogged with salt creep. Give it a good soak in vinegar to dissolve any mineral buildup. Problem number 2. The skimmer is overflowing. This usually means that there's too much waste in the collection cup. Make sure to empty it out regularly according to your tank's bioload. Additionally, you might have the air intake set too high. Try adjusting the valve to create a smaller stream of bubbles. When medicating the tank, feeding oily foods, or introducing new filter socks, the surface water tension can be modified. This will cause our protein skimmer to overflow, and therefore our tanks won't be freed from the extra nutrients and organics that can be found in the water. Problem number 3, the skimmer is not skimming effectively. There are a few culprits here. The pump impeller could be clogged with debris. Give it a good cleaning. Also, the needle wheel impeller in the DC skimmer might be worn down. If cleaning doesn't solve it, consider replacing it. Finally, double check the water level in your tank. Protein skimmers rely on a specific water level in order to function properly. With this skimmer here, you can see that the collection cup is not fitted in place, but is on top of a piece of egg crate. We had to medicate the tank and we started using new filter socks. To solve the overflow problem, we have created a gap between the bayonet of the skimmer and the collection cup. The skim with the lowest surface tension escapes through there and returns to the tank. But the skim causing the problem, the one with the higher surface tension, makes its way up to the collection cup, where we can then get rid of it. Eventually, we will be able to remove the egg crate and have our protein skimmer working at a 100% efficiency rate. By keeping an eye on your protein skimmer and the performing routine maintenance, you can ensure to keep your coral tank sparkling clean. Remember, if you have any questions or concerns, always consult with your skimmer's manuals or reach out to a qualified aquarist for help. Alright, so we've talked about protein skimmers and how they work and some common issues. Now let's delve into where to place them. Most protein skimmers are designed to be used in a sump, which is a secondary tank which sits below the main display tank. But where exactly in the sump should you put your protein skimmer? Here are some things to consider when placing your protein skimmer in the sump. The water flow. The protein skimmer needs a steady flow of water to function properly. Ideally, it should be positioned between an area with good water circulation, but not directly in the path of the return pump's forceful current. This can overwhelm the skimmer and prevent it from creating the ideal air-water mixture. The water level. Protein skimmers work best at a specific water depth. Consult your skimmer's manual for the recommended water level and adjust the water level in your sump accordingly. If your sump has a water level adjustability, that's ideal. Space. Protein skimmers come in various sizes. Make sure you choose one that fits comfortably in your sump without crowding any other equipment or restricting the water flow. Also, you want to leave enough space around the skimmer for easy access during maintenance. The skimmer's intake. The protein skimmer's intake should be positioned strategically. Avoid placing it directly under the sump's outlet or skimmer bubbles. Ideally, it should draw water from a mix of surface and bottom water for optimal waste collection. By considering these factors, you can ensure that your protein skimmer is placed optimally in your sump for the most effective performance. Remember, a well-placed skimmer will be a valuable asset in keeping your coral tank clean and healthy. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to learn more about coral restoration or our internship program, please visit our website, subscribe to our channel, or follow us on social media at Broward College Environmental. And also, don't forget to activate the notification button that will let you know when we release new videos in the future.